Today on Karamo.
If your girl not picking up, you gonna think something going on.
Her wild nights out are becoming his worst nightmare.
Tired of babysitting somebody insecurities.
Has she been unfaithful? We'll unlock the truth. Even if you delete stuff off your phone, we can get through. 65 interactions that were sexual in nature. Plus,
You have me to the point where I am questioning my sanity.
it's not that you were going crazy, he just was on drugs. Welcome to Karamo, friends. Tell me, do you remember getting butterflies when you were around your childhood crush? Imagining forever together? Well, my next guest, Jaylen, had his dreams come true when his one-night stand with Teonnia never ended. But now, 2 years later, Teonnia and her wild nights out are becoming his worst nightmare. Jaylen is here to unlock her phone and find out if Teonnia has been cheating on their happily ever after. All right, everyone, please help me welcome Jaylen to the show. Jaylen, how you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Jaylen, I want to know really quickly, how did you end up with your childhood crush? How did y'all get together?
I mean, it was like basically a one-night stand. I seen her for her birthday, and I was like, whoa.
It was on and popping from the beginning.
Yeah, it was on and popping right there.
I get that.
Yeah.
So, young love is a very special thing. You loved her, it worked. What happened next?
And it just, I guess we just started getting too comfortable. She started going out with friends she didn't usually go out with. And she just started getting ahead of herself, like she can do this, do that. And I'm like, that's not cool, you feel me? You was chilling with me. We was just a happy family with her child. She got a child.
So you were playing father to her child, even though that's not your child. So are you, give that up. I think that's great. Do you all live together still?
We all stay together.
Okay, you live together. And while you're living together, what is the relationship like, the dynamics like?
Like, she loved how I am with her child. Like, I show him like all the love I can. Like, I treat him like he mine, you feel me? I ain't got no child. So I see myself, I want to have a child with her.
I want to know, since you two live together, what is it like? Like, what is your daily activities? What does she do? What do you do?
Well, we both work, so I'll be at work most of the time. Like, it'd be chill. Like, I either be playing my game or we'll go out, go walk to the park, have a couple walks. We got a dog.
Y'all like a married couple. So you go to work, you come home, you play video games, you take care of the kid, and then you have some time together. What does she do now?
What does she do now?
Yeah, because you said she goes to work, and then what does she do after? Does she go out?
Sometimes she goes out, or sometimes she got her child. Say her friends hit her up, and they got moved. She's gonna go out and go with her friends. She gonna find somebody to watch her child, and she's gonna go out to have fun with her friends.
So would you say that she goes out one night per week, 2 nights, 3 nights?
I'd say like, it'd be like 2 times.
2 times per week?
Per week, yeah.
Okay. And how often do you go out with her?
See, I'm only 19, so I can't really get into every club it is.
Oh, got it. So when you're not together, because she's gone out these nights, she doesn't answer your texts and calls?
Answering my texts and calls and nothing.
Okay. What do you think is going on?
I mean, like, you can't really judge a book by a cover, you feel me? But anybody knows if your girl not picking up the phone and she sending you straight to voicemail when you calling her, you gonna think something going on.
So I see this, because my producer told me you brought a screen grab, because I like proof.
Yeah.
I want to see what's happening.
Yeah.
You call her your one and only, which is very sweet. That young love, I tell you. I tell you. And I see here that you have like 6 calls where you're calling her and she doesn't pick up at all.
At all.
What does she say why she doesn't pick up her phone?
She'll try to brush it off like you tripping, like I'm tripping on something. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, if I want to conversate you, answer your phone.
So I heard that she got a Corvette. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was, all right. So one night, like this, I think that might have been the night I called her like 6 times. I called my cousin, he came pull up on me. I got in his car, we riding around city. I'm going to go look for her, see where she at. And I seen her in a Corvette, in a blue Corvette, right out front of the store. She was just like, she was drunk, so she really wasn't saying nothing. She was trying to hand me the keys, all this. I'm like, I'm just steady, like thinking, like contemplating, like, who car is this?
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, she went.
Even for your young love,
Yeah.
you know that that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And so her response was what? Again, nothing?
Nothing.
The next
It
day she
was
sobered
just-
up. What was her response?
She stole somebody's keys from the club. Like, she didn't mean to steal it, but I guess they had collected their keys. She ended up grabbing her keys and grabbing his keys. His keys, you feel me?
Okay, you know, I don't want to judge yet because I want to hear her story. All right, everyone, let's please welcome Teonnia to the stage. Oh, I see how you walking out. There's something you are not okay with. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you heard everything that he said backstage, Teonnia. Tell me your side of this story.
Just basically from, let's start with the cheating at the beginning of the relationship. I didn't really feel like we were together, just simply because he was coming out of a relationship and it ended real nasty. But after the one night stand, he was like basically pressing for the relationship to be an actual relationship. And I just wasn't, I was coming out of a relationship with my son's father, so I wasn't ready for anything like that.
You were
And that's
going to have
really
some
what I
fun.
was saying. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all I kept telling him was I wasn't ready for anything serious like that.
I will be honest, because I just saw the screen grab. There's been times that he calls you, texts you, and you don't respond. So why don't you?
I don't, because for one, I tell you who I'm going with. I invite you to come out. You don't want to come. We share locations. We have iPhones, so you see my location. You know where I am. So for you
Do you
to
see her location?
Yeah, I see your
Yeah, for you
location,
to
but it's not that.
continuously-
You still supposed to be answering your phone, you feel me? You go out anywhere, you supposed to answer your phone. I'm trying to check on you. I could be going through something.
That's true. So you said that he doesn't go out with you, but he's not 21 yet.
But we
You
do
decided
things,
to, hold on, because I want to make sure. You decided to date a younger man, okay?
Yeah, and I'm
If
like-
you're going to play cougar, you got to
Yeah.
respect the games of the jungle, okay? I'm just going to say it.
Right.
He can't go out. So why are you mad at him
Because
for not being able to go out with
The
you?
things I do, it's not an age limit on it.
Okay.
So
Like what?
If I'm just basically like, if I'm going out and I'm going like, we going out to like a restaurant or something like that, you
Okay.
can come to the restaurant.
It's not that I don't want to go with her. It's just so fat.
You have to work and you get off at 2 a.m.
Yes, I
And
work
then-
every day.
So we have some videos of you at the club. That I want to see. My producer said we got to check these out. Well, girl, you cute when you go out. I'll tell you that. So it looks like you're out solo. It doesn't look like you're out with anyone.
That was around the time that I was, just got out of a 3-year relationship and really kind of finding myself again.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. But now there's something that I don't understand, which is that Corvette.
Corvette.
Where did Corvette come from?
The Corvette, the real story about the Corvette was,
Hold on, y'all heard that the real story.
real story.
The real story. Okay, we about to get the real story. Coming up.
I ain't
it was
never
like
know this. I ain't never
4
know
or
this.
5 o'clock.
Never knew this. What else is you not telling me?
That's it.
Well, don't start gaslighting him. He's asking you a question. What else did you not tell him? Oh, I see how you walking out. There's something you are not okay with. Tell me your side of this story.
The real story was,
Hold on, y'all heard that the real story.
real story.
The real story. Okay, we about to get the real story. Where did Corvette come from?
the Corvette, well, we went out to the club. It was me and my cousin. And we had, guy had invited us out to a section. We went to the section. We all were like, just partying, got really, really, really drunk. And his keys was on top of my jacket because he was all in the section. So when I gathered up his stuff.
So you're not gonna give me the real story. You
No,
gonna give me the
that's
same
the real story. No, I mean that's the story though.
Is that the story?
That's the
That
story.
that story don't make no
No,
sense.
but-
So okay, if you grab your keys
I
and
gathered up
his
his
keys,
and
why you didn't get
as
in your
we
car?
walking out,
Why you didn't get in your car?
that's
you
the
get in
story.
your
You gotta
car?
listen.
Look at that.
That
So,
was not-
but I'm going to ask a question. If you grabbed his keys
He got his keys
and
when we were
your
outside of the club.
keys, why didn't you get in your car?
I couldn't find my car where we had parked. I could not find my
Couldn't find her
car.
car.
I could not find my car. And after I seen that Corvette, I didn't want to find my car.
Oh, listen, I'm not mad at you, girl. If somebody was gonna let me get into, a Corvette that looked like that, I'm gonna take a drive too.
Right.
But producers also told me that you were at a hotel.
Yeah, we went back. Me and my cousin. Yeah, we went back to the hotel. He had a friend, and the dude that was with me, we all chilled and stuff like that. And then around that time, it was like
I ain't never
4 or 5 o'clock.
Never knew this.
And we was all in the room, and I had to let her know that I had to get back because my car was still at the club. So we took the Corvette, I dropped her off, and then I went back home because by that time.
This is the real story.
Yeah.
This is where you start to practice being honest and being communicative.
It gotta be more to that story, though. It gotta be.
Anyway.
Do you think?
It gotta be more.
Whatever.
What are you feeling? Because clearly you think that there's something more going on. Talk to her.
If I ain't know about the hotel situation.
I didn't tell you about the hotel because
What I'm saying, exactly. So what else is you not telling me?
What else?
What else?
Nothing else.
Well, don't start gaslighting him. He's asking you a question. What else did you not tell him?
That's it. I mean, I didn't tell you the hotel part. That's about the only thing. You know everything else.
Jaylen, do you believe her?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
So,
Not
Teonnia, I
at
want to know
all.
from you what's missing. What else is missing from your relationship?
We just don't my last relationship. It was the same thing. We always don't have no time for each other. It's always you want to do your thing, I do my thing. So it's like we always separate and single. So it's just like let's just be that. So it's just like it just feel like the same thing. In here, like he's real. The only thing is he's really really good with my son, and we had our own baby, but I miscarried. So it's just like it's more like problems and stuff like that. He just, I don't know, it's just so much stress and feels insecure all the time. It's like I'm tired of babysitting somebody insecurities. It's like if you don't want to come out and be with me, then you don't want to come out and be with me. I'm tired of worrying about you want to blow up my phone, but you don't want to come out. You want to see what I'm doing, but if I'm inviting you to come out to see what I'm doing, then you should just come if you just have all the insecurity.
Okay. The thing that I'm realizing that there's still some distrust issues, especially when you just said you didn't know more about that Corvette story. So when we come back, everyone, we're going to find out more to this story. So stay tuned with us. Coming up, I unlocked your phone. I went through every single thing. And
I don't know what to tell you.
If I ain't know about the hotel situation.
I didn't tell you about the hotel because
What I'm saying, what else is you not telling me?
What else?
well, don't start gaslighting him. He's asking you a question. All right, friends, so I'm here with Teonnia and Jaylen, and we're about to unlock their phones because this young love couple, there's some insecurities going on. The surprising part is that Jaylen, you brought Teonnia here to get those answers because of the Corvette issues and all that. But Teonnia, you actually wanted me to unlock his phone as well. Why was that?
Just because I just feel like he has something else going on. He's way too
Responsible?
insecure.
Well, I think it's interesting because since you, Teonnia, wanted Jaylen's, I'm going to go ahead and give those results first because you said that he's young and sometimes he brings up his ex in the conversation. So let's find out, put it to rest if he's talking to his ex. I scrubbed through his entire phone. I went back the amount of time that you've been together just to see what was going on. And I have to tell you, Teonnia, the proof that you were looking for is not there. I found nothing on his phone. So I'm just going to address this really quickly before we get into your results. You're young. There's an insecurity there. And so every time you start feeling hurt, you think by bringing up your ex, it's going to hurt her. And you know that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is the first step of understanding, don't bring up exes with your new partner. That's going to help you deal with your insecurities. But what else is going to help you deal with your insecurities is also knowing the truth about what's going on.
Yes,
you
sir.
said right now that with Teonnia, you didn't understand what's going on with the Corvette. She goes out sometimes. So you're feeling insecure. What do you think is on her phone?
As long as she ain't conversating with nobody, like relationship-wise, or like she can have friends. I ain't worried about her friends, none of that.
So you want to know if she's having sexual
So,
communication
yes.
with other men?
Yes, that's basically all.
That's it. So listen, you brought Teonnia here because you wanted me to unlock her phone. You want to know if she's communicating with other men and in a sexual way. You have insecurities because she's been going out. So, again, I unlocked your phone. I went through every single thing. And There were 65 interactions with a man that were sexual in nature. So the thing is, your question was, have they been communicating about sex?
Sex, yes.
The answer is yes, 65 times.
When? Recent?
Recent.
Recent. So you been
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, the proof is out there. We unlocked the phone.
I know who he is, and I know personally I haven't done with anything with him, so.
I didn't say you slept with him. You've been
But I
communicating
know
with him
he
sexually.
communicate and want to have sex with me, but
He's saying it's 65
interactions.
But
Yes.
y'all talking about sex.
I just don't see how. If I could see it for myself, maybe.
You already have your phone.
Yeah,
so now
but-
that you have this information, how do you feel?
I feel played, man. No, y'all.
Talk to him.
I mean, I'm young, you feel me? You know, there's plenty of other options out there. Plenty.
Okay.
What I'm saying? You
'Cause
saying okay,
I just-
but
I don't really know what to tell you. I haven't chilled with him, done anything. He hasn't taken me nowhere. But I know that he wants me. So they're just like, I don't know.
I mean, she's being honest about
Yeah,
that.
like,
I
seriously.
did not see that you did anything with him physically. If you know that he's communicating with you about sex because he wants to sleep with you, why are you still engaging with him?
Ooh, I don't know. That's not even a question I can answer. That's just somebody that really to basically, I guess, just to keep my options open. That's real.
So this is what I know about young love, is that you all started off on the page that y'all about to end on. Do what you want, but there's no need to be in this codependent, unhealthy
Exactly.
relationship. You understand?
I understand.
That's the way y'all gonna respect each other and move on in a great way.
we need to talk about this.
And figure out a
We
way
need
to
to
move
move
on.
on.
No
Thank
doubt.
you. There you go. All right, everybody, we'll be right back, so stay with us. Later, in that time period when you were together and the drugs were involved, was there cheating involved?
Yes, there was a lot of infidelity involved.
On both sides, or you're just your side?
On both sides.
You have me to the point where I am questioning my sanity.
She's constantly suspicious, constantly accusing me of stuff that's just not going on.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
All right, so you all know that I like to give my guests a lot of advice to help them through their lives. But my studio audience here, my family here, also has a lot of questions. So I asked everyone to submit questions that you needed help on to see if you should call, text, or ghost someone in your life. And we're gonna go through a couple of them. I got advice for y'all, okay? I'm not gonna ask who these are from because I don't wanna put anybody out there. But someone said, today is my ex-boyfriend's birthday and we just broke up last week. I'm sorry. Y'all doing okay? Don't tell me who it is, but y'all doing okay? Okay. And the question is, what should I do? Now, it depends on why y'all broke up. If you broke up because he cheated on you, if he broke up because something that was traumatic, I would tell you leave it alone. I know it feels like maybe I want to get back into it. Maybe I want to be that person to say, let me be the bigger person. Don't do it. Don't do it at all. The relationship is over. Leave it alone. Because that's what, them phones get us in trouble. We have our phone in our hand, we like, well, maybe if I just send this, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, someone in my audience said, I was seeing someone for 4 months, but we fizzled out. Now I'm in a new relationship, but they're still texting me. What should I do? Well, the question is that, why are you still getting access to your life? You can block somebody that you don't want to be hearing from. So the fact that you're allowing the texts still coming in, are you playing them? Do you like the attention? What's going on with you? Obviously, you need to block them. You need to ghost them. You do not need to be interacting with them because that person will then become a problem in your new relationship. But you really should be asking yourself, why are you still allowing them to have access to your life? The next one says, my aunt and I have entirely different political views, and recently, her and I got into a Facebook fight. What should I do? Ooh, Listen, we're in an age right now where we know that people on Facebook have their opinions. They like to get in them comments. They want to be little soldiers in those comment sections. And people say things that can be hurtful online, which that they might not actually say to your face. What I would say is take it from online and sit down with them, call them, and talk to them about, hey, what you're saying online, this is why it bothers me. This is how it affects me. Because sometimes people just say stuff for a reaction online because we all like that social media attention. But you really got to show them that behind the words you're saying online, there's actually a person that's being hurt by it. And find a way to hear both sides, but also be able to respect each other. Y'all agree? All right, listen, everyone. We all have questions. We all need advice. So I'm here for you. So make sure if you have a question for me, hit me up on my social media. I'll answer your questions back, but we'll be right back with more guests. Addressing the negative behaviors of your partner can be challenging. I've been very open in sharing how my father's relationship with my mother affected all of us in my household. I know all too well what can be hidden behind a picture-perfect family and how it can damage children in the household. I'm about to talk to longtime boyfriend and girlfriend Jesse and Ashley, who say their relationship is riddled with negative behavior that needs to be addressed. You could say they've been on a wild roller coaster ride for the last 8 years. Let's hear what Jesse has to say about this relationship. Everyone, please help me welcome Jesse. How you doing, man? Good to meet you, brother. Good to see you. So, Jesse, I hear that you're known as the Carnival King. Where'd you get that name from? Tell me about that.
I worked at the Carnival for 10 years, over a decade. I was a ride superintendent. I was kind of a big deal.
Okay.
You know, in a small world, it's, you know, then I came to the real world after the Carnival, and I wasn't such a big deal anymore. But
you're still a big deal to us.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. But that's where I met Ashley at. She was my last season out there. We were wrapping up. My company was closing down, and that's where I met Ashley. She was, we love at first sight, man. I walked around the corner of the bunkhouses, and I saw these little shorts, and she was putting up a garden hose, and I saw that ass, man, and I fell dead in love. Right then, it was real.
That's a recurring thing. You see that? Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
So how's your relationship been since then?
It's been tumultuous, to say the least. I mean, I love her. I love Ashley with all my heart.
Yeah.
We just come from really different worlds. We were raised a lot differently. And we have a lot of different values and just the way we go about things and communication styles. Mainly, we're just so far apart on that, and it's hard to have any kind of conversation about anything sensitive. And there's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of trauma in our past. You know what I mean? And it's, I truly believe, I know that I really want to move forward and continue. We have 2 beautiful children, you know, and that are my world.
So I want to know, why have you broken up? Because I hear the communication issues, but why have you broken up?
Well, drugs have been a part of our relationship. It was for a long time. I'm recently sober, 6 months.
Congratulations.
So that's a long time for me. It's been a 25-year battle for myself. Ashley's had some similar issues. So at first, a lot of it was over that type of thing, drugs.
So when you met, you were both on drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
I was pretty bad at it.
And so during that time, you all had children?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
and how old are your kids now? Oh, beautiful family.
My babies. River is my son, he's 2, and George is 6. So,
yeah.
That's everything.
So you met from the Carnival. There was drug use when you all met, which started your relationship off rocky from the beginning.
Yeah.
You had children, and now you've said the communication, things are bad. Are you still living together today?
No, I live about 30 miles away. I have my own little apartment. I had gone to rehab, and I got out, and then I went to a transitional housing just to kind of reassimilate back into just life, and learn how to deal with things on a sober level. And so we've been apart since before I went to rehab, since when we split. And so we're trying to get the things back on track. You know, she's got this great job opportunity coming up, and we want to get back in the same household. And you know, I don't want to see my kids, like I heard you say about your growing up, that's my concern, is my children, you know, and how this affects them, seeing us fuss and fight and carry on like that. I wasn't raised like that. That was not a part of my household.
Yeah.
And I understand the effects and that it's going to have on my kids, man, and I'm not willing to compromise my children's well-being and peace of mind for anything.
Well, I want to know, because it sounds like you're a real family man, what do your kids mean to you?
The world. They're what got me on track to even. I've had a lot going. Let me backtrack real quick. In 2001, my first marriage, I had a son, and he passed away when he was 3.
Sorry.
And that really obviously affected me deeply. And, you know, God gave me the opportunity to have children again. And you know, I'm just not willing to do anything that I can have anything to do with that's going to hurt them and I have, being a drug addict and fighting with a mom, being in and out of their lives, that affects them.
Yeah.
Tremendously. And, you know, I'm not willing to do that anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
kills
okay.
everybody.
Good. I mean, one of the things that I appreciate about you is that even through the trauma of losing a child, which I'm so sorry, you have these other children and you're recognizing that you want to be better for them.
Absolutely.
Because you know that you can. I want to know, in that time period when you were together and the drugs were involved, was there cheating involved?
Yes, there was a lot of infidelity involved.
Yes.
Right.
On both sides, or you're just your side?
On both sides.
Well, you know, Jesse, Ashley's the one who called my show and asked for help. So she's saying that when you're together, that you don't take accountability, which is a bit of a different story than what you're telling.
Yeah. It's funny, like, people's perspectives, like, we all have our own, and, you know, to me, mine, it's my reality, and to her, it's her reality, you know, and what the actual reality is what I'm looking for. But it just gets carried away. It's Ashley's person, just who she is. She's very skeptical and paranoid and constantly suspicious, constantly accusing me of stuff that's just not going on.
Got it.
You know?
All right, listen, everyone. There's so much to discuss, and when we come back, I'm going to talk to Ashley, so stay with us. Coming up, you were hearing everything that Jesse had to say backstage.
I was. I'm very annoyed because you see a way to make me feel bad about myself. You have me to the point where I am questioning my sanity.
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
Well, drugs have been a part of our relationship. It was for a long time.
What do your kids mean to you?
The world. They're what got me on track.
In that time period when you were together and the drugs were involved, was there cheating involved?
Yes, there was a lot of infidelity involved.
Yes.
Right.
On both sides, or you're just your side?
On both sides.
Okay, friends, we've been talking to Jesse, who says his relationship with Ashley has been rocky for the last 8 years. Please welcome Ashley to my show. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi.
Take a seat for me. How's it going?
It's good, it's good.
Good. So, Ashley, first things first. You were hearing everything that Jesse had to say backstage.
I was.
And how do you feel about it?
I'm very annoyed because you talk about paranoia. Paranoia is the exact last thing. It is narcissism, and it is just the fact that you see a way to make me feel bad about myself. You see it as a way to make me carry on you have me to the point where I am questioning my sanity. You making me think that maybe I really am mentally ill. You sit here and you mumble stuff under your breath, and then when I ask you what it is that you say, all of a sudden we've turned into a huge fight. You know, you should see me as the mother of your children. It's not a game, Jesse. It's my life, and it hurts when you do that stuff.
Jesse, how do you feel about what you're hearing here?
I'm not trying to be that way. If I come off like that, then it's not intentional.
Do you feel like Jesse listens to you?
No, I don't. I don't at all. I feel like I'm always the one giving in. I was thinking backstage, in all of our relationship, I don't remember you one time ever being the one to say you're sorry. Ever.
Is that true?
I doubt it. No, that's just kind of like, it's It's just what, I don't know. I feel like it's what you choose to remember. It's just the negative sticks out to you a lot. I definitely apologize. I feel like I come back.
Of course he apologizes now, but for what?
No, I'm saying in the past I have as well. Plenty of times. I mean.
Do you feel that Jesse manipulates you?
Yes.
In
I
what
do.
way?
Well, for example, you know, like the biggest thing to me that stands out the most, that aggravates me the most, is muttering crap under your breath. If you have something to say to me, look at me like a man and say it to me. Don't sit here and try to make me think I'm crazy because I heard what I heard.
And so now that you're living separately, correct?
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
It kills me. You know, we have 2 babies at home together that love us both, but there are certain things that I need a certain amount of respect for, you know? I mean, I'm a mom. I'm sure anybody could relate to that.
How is Jesse with the kids?
They love him so much. You know, Jesse did lose a child at you know, very young in life, and I don't understand that, and I don't know what that's like. And so there are times that I probably am like, you know, that's so silly. But looking back, I'm sure there's a reason for that.
Like, so if he's having an emotional breakdown about it?
No, like helicopter dad. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression. He is definitely a helicopter dad. And I used to fuss at him for that. You know, I mean, just back off, let him do the thing. So what? They fell. Let him pick up. But, you know, I'm sure that there's hidden emotion behind that.
Is there hidden emotion behind that? Why you're so protective of your kids?
But it's not really hidden. It is that. You know,
Yeah.
I worry about every move they make. I worry about every breath they take, especially when I'm not there.
You told my producers that Jesse destroyed your car.
There was an incident where we had gotten into an argument, you know, and I think what I think, and he thinks what he thinks. And as soon as I tried to talk to him about it, he just wrecked the inside of my car.
Jesse, it's funny, every time your lady says something, I notice you do this. You glaze over and as if you're starting to think about what's going on in your head each time?
I'm trying to recall what she's talking about.
Did you destroy the car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe what she's saying.
Were you on drugs when you destroyed the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley, tell me about your history with drug addiction.
It's a pretty long one. I started when I was 16, and it just kept going and kept going. And, you know, God saw some saving grace in me, because when that baby boy of ours, River, the youngest one, was born, we both knew that it was time for a change, you know.
Good. And how long have you been clean now?
Almost 2 years.
Good job.
Yeah.
So right when the kids were born.
Yeah.
So there was a part of your relationship that you were sober and you were still on drugs.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Ashley, what do you want him to change about himself?
I know that I love Jesse, but what I need from you, Jesse, is I need to know that this is not a game to you anymore. You know, how long have we been together? You know, we're not married. I have sacrificed the best parts of me. That's how I feel, is I've sacrificed the best parts of me. You know, I'm raising our babies full time. You know, I need to know that you're here to raise them too. I don't need you to be the weekend warrior dad. You know, I need you to be the full-time man. I just need the full support. Instead of, you know, okay, so if it is me having paranoia, help me get to the center of it instead of just throwing it off like it's nothing to you. That's what I need.
Well, listen, everyone, there is so much more to unravel here, so stay with us and we'll be right back. Coming up, you all met high. So you all don't know each other. Right. It's not that you were going crazy, he just was on drugs.
We had gotten into an argument, you know, and he just wrecked the inside of my car.
I'm trying to recall what she's talking about.
Did you destroy the car?
Yes.
Were you on drugs when you destroyed the car?
Yeah.
All right, we're back with Ashley and Jesse right now. So, Ashley, is there anything that you want?
I know what I don't want. I don't want a broken home. But, and
Why do you smirk when she said that?
I don't either.
Yeah.
She just sounded funny. I know what I don't want.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want one. Yeah, okay. So you don't want a broken home. Jesse, is there anything that you want to say to Ashley before I give you my advice?
Just I love you, and I'm willing to work on anything I need to. You know, I'm not perfect. I know that goes without saying, but I love you, and I'm willing to do what it takes. I just hope you can be patient. And I know we have a lot of work to do, and but I'm just ready to really start making some headway and just.
Well, you all met high. So you all don't know each other.
Right.
And you spent 2 years where you were sober and were raising your kids and you were still on drugs.
Yeah.
And so now that you're sober, I realize that the reason you've been paranoid this time and feeling like you're gaslit is because you were with a man who was still on drugs. And so through your sobriety, you were wanting him to match your conversations. You were wanting him to match your honesty. You were wanting him to match all these new things that you were going through, and he couldn't match it. And so you were getting caught into this cycle of, well, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. It's not that you were going crazy. He just was on drugs. And so, and I say, it sounds silly enough, but the thing is that that's why the communication, because as a former addict, I know, even if he stopped for a day or 2 days, the lingering effects of like, what it is after you're still high, you're still making bad decisions, your temper's still up, all these things. So even though he might have used one day, 4 days later, you're trying to talk to him and he's still coming down.
Yeah.
And you're having a problem, which is making you feel paranoid and making you feel like you're in a very toxic relationship, which, to be truthfully, you were. But then I realized your silence. Because I was trying to figure out why you're silent right now. And I was thinking, is he a narcissist? Is he manipulating her in this moment? And I realized it's because you're finally sober. And I realized you're finally hearing her. Yeah. You're finally hearing the woman you love. How does it make you feel knowing that during those 2 years, you were hurting your lady and hurting your family?
Terrible. It breaks my heart. I would never do anything to hurt any of my
Tell
children.
her.
Or you, Ashley, not on purpose. I would never, I love you deeply, and I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you. I want to help us. I just want to lift us up. I've got a long way to go. This is new to me. You know?
Yeah. Because I was looking at the separation period and the time period where you're like this in and out dad. It's because you were in rehab. Yeah. So all of these pieces make sense to me that you two have to meet each other for the first time.
Yeah.
Seriously. You don't know this man.
No, I don't.
And you don't know her.
Right.
Like, and this is gonna seem silly, but I want you to turn to each other and say, hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Jesse.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jesse.
You gonna shake my hand?
I know it seems silly, but all this paranoia and the things you're going through is because y'all don't know each other sober.
And it's so exhausting.
It's exhausting. And I know that weight on you of holding your family together for 2 years while the man you love was still on drugs was hard. Because I'm sure it was tempting for you to want to go back to drugs. I mean, I'm sure it was hard for you to have to explain to your kids why their behavior was erratic while dad is gone. Then I'm sure you are tired.
I am so tired.
I know you are. And I know that you are sad because you made her this tired. And I know that you're sad after hearing that you lost your first child, that your children are going through this. But you two have to take all that other stuff from the past, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to find a way to release it.
We can't communicate at all right now.
Yeah. And the reason you can't communicate at all is because you were still talking to a drug addict. And he's now trying to talk to you as someone who's sober, and he's playing catch up. You're gonna have to be patient because I can tell you're willing. And this sobriety journey for you is gonna be a tough road. Yeah. But you have a supportive woman, and I do believe you wanna be better for your kids. Okay. But when she's saying to you how she feels, instead of sitting quiet, you have to just acknowledge. So when she said earlier, like, you never said, I'm sorry, you gotta say, you're right. If you really wanna fix this relationship, you have to own it. There was things that you couldn't see when you were in your cloud of drugs that she's telling you affected her in a negative way. So when she says, this happened, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna acknowledge it.
Perfect. But I do think that in this moment, while you're in separate homes, I think it is important for you all to relearn each other. Start dating again. Start to get to know each other and let that past, that drug-addicted past, start to fade away so you can build a new future together, sober, for your kids. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good. Y'all gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling y'all gonna be all right.
Thank
As long
God.
as drugs don't come back in the picture,
Yes.
y'all are gonna be all right. Also, I want one thing before I go, make sure you communicate with your kids what's going on, because I'm sure they're confused.
Yes.
And they're very, very smart. They
Yeah,
know.
they're
They pay
aware.
attention to everything.
Yeah, I think y'all, as y'all are really learning each other, y'all need to relearn your kids, especially
Yes.
you. You got to
Yes.
relearn them.
Absolutely.
Because part of that helicopter dad thing is because you don't know your kids because you're in a cloud for 2 years.
Right.
And you were in a cloud for 2 years because you were grieving.
Yes.
And you're
believe
still
that.
grieving. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You need to get help for that. You want some therapy for that? Yeah? I'm gonna get you some therapy for that. Because you're still grieving. But y'all are gonna be okay. What are your thoughts right now?
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.
What's making you grateful right now?
Just to be here and to have an opportunity to be a father that I want to be,
Yeah.
that my kids are deserve.
Yeah. You're gonna be that father. You already are that father. But now that you're out that cloud, you can start grieving. Here you go. You'll be good. Here you go. You'll be good. It's gonna work.
He always tries to be just the manly man. He does, you know.
I can tell. But it's gonna work out for you two. I'm gonna get you some therapy for your grieving. You two, now that you're both out that cloud, time to re-meet each other, time to start dating again, and start acknowledging what she's feeling, and I think you'll make it. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Listen, thank you for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.